Hey guys, I'm Tara with Tara Simon Studios, and I am here to do another reaction video for you. Super excited about this one. I'm going to be watching Jessie J. She's going to be singing I Have Nothing from Whitney Houston. As always, I've never seen or heard this performance. Judging from the still picture, it looks like it's a live one, so I'm going to be judging on entertainability, performance aspect, not just vocally, but body movement as well, and looking at the full performance, not just sonic performance. Okay, here we go.
Cause I'm gonna change all my colors for you.
Beautiful.
Take my life.
They're all listening so intently.
I never asked for too much.
Love her dress, first of all. Great look.
Just all that you are.
Nice.
And everything that you do.
Okay, I'm gonna stop right here. Up until this point in the song, it's all about vocal timbre and texture. It's not a rangy piece of the song. It's a more intimate setup part of the song. The next part that we get into is really where the singing begins, right? So the way that I judge a singer's performance in the first part of when singing I Have Nothing is what kind of texture do you deliver to the sound that makes me feel like you have a really luxurious and yet layered sound. What I mean by luxurious and layered is if you're singing, for instance, just all that you are and everything that you do, you're hearing different sounds, different vowels being produced, and different thicknesses within my voice that make it sound really interesting to listen to. And I'm not saying she did exactly what I just did, but she did a lot of that at the very beginning, which leads to being a very interesting sound and a really great setup. You kind of know that you're in for a treat when you hear that kind of a sound at the beginning. So let's watch and see how she does with the rest.
I don't really need to look very much further. I don't wanna have to go where you look.
Nice arm movement. I'm gonna stop right there too because she did something fabulous here. I tell my singers this all the time when I'm coaching live performance lessons. Anytime you're on a stage and you do this, it looks like you're doing this. Anytime you're on a stage and you do this, it looks like you're doing this. And she has nice outstretched arms, always straight elbows, never an apologetic movement. It's always right here, okay? And that's what I want out of my singers. That's what she just did, and it was beautiful. And you can even tell, being super picky, that she has graceful hands. A lot of people do the right motions like this, but look at this. It looks almost like spirit fingers. It's stiff, right? That you can tell they're kind of nervous. She has a really nice grace to her fingers that lead to a very relaxed and yet confident and powerful stance that she's got going on right now, setting her up for even more power as she continues. Yeah. Not a huge fan of how she took a breath there. There's nowhere to hide. You don't need to take a breath there, and I don't know why she did, because Jessie J doesn't need to take a breath there. Maybe it was just a choice, but I wouldn't have had her take a breath there had I been coaching her on this part. Let's back it up again and watch that. Not necessary. She's a little behind there as well, musically. Beautiful top note though. Nice riff. Gorgeous run too. She's making it her own right now. Nice. Again, nice hands. She did a nice little vocal growl on that second nothing. I have nothing. Yeah, and that's nice. It adds a nice texture to it, a little bit of attitude. Very pretty. Cute. Ooh, I hear a choir. She's got such a nice, big, beautiful mouth, and she really utilizes it well. She's opening her jaw nicely. Nice. Okay, I like how she opened up there. It's really difficult to sing that run on a closed mouth vowel like It takes a lot out of you because really what you're doing is you're singing a high note on agility, riffing down with no space when you sing it on an M. So it costs a lot. So she was smart about it when she goes, yeah, and opened it up at the end. That kind of relieves the pressure, right? It's kind of like when you have water coming out of a hose and you kink it, right? There's all that pressure on one side, not much coming out of the other. When you open your mouth when singing, all that air is finally allowed to go out instead of that where the only space the air can come out of is your nose. That's not a big space compared to an ah, right? So good job there. Nice. Nice. Very graceful. Yeah. She's definitely in the moment here. Facially, you can see her focused. She breathed there again, though. That was her own little version of the timing there. That's fine. Nice power there. Nice. Good dramatic pause. Live, that means a lot. That's great. She kind of gave the orchestra a little bit of lead time there and directed them. That's exactly what you need. You knew that was on her. That was not on a metronome. It wasn't pre-canned. She waited as long as she wanted to and then brought them back in. It's really good. That makes for an interesting performance when you're doing live. You don't do that stuff in the studio, but when you're singing live and an audience is there with you, they want to see that interaction with you in the music, right? Because it's live. I like her riff there. That's cool. Gorgeous, nice. Yeah. A little bit of attitude there. See, she's got the audience engaged, you're singing along. Here we go. Nice. Beautiful arms wide out. That's the moment of truth right there. Beautiful, beautiful tone, beautifully placed. Still nice agility at the top there. Gorgeous. Yeah. Beautiful vocal fry there. Yes, nice. Gorgeous. Their faces are like, oh my God.
If I don't have you.
Lovely tender moment at the end too, right? She did all that wailing, all that belting, and now she brought it back down. So good job, Jessie. It's beautiful. Yeah. So she did a really great job of creating many peaks and valleys in the song, right? And an interesting live performance always has that. Okay, she had a lot of style and grace, not just in her looks, but in the way she delivered vocally. Jessie J is really good at riffing. She always has been, she always will be. And so I really enjoyed the fact that even though she sang such an iconic cover, like I Have Nothing, she still made it her own, right? Which is so important when you're a well-known artist, even any artist, frankly, for that matter, singing a song that someone else did. I always tell my students, if you're gonna sing someone else's song, you need to do one of two things. You either need to sing it just as good in your own way or better than they do in their way. And I feel that, frankly, you're not ever going to top Whitney Houston's version of I Have Nothing. So you may as well try to make it as good in your own way, right? Or because you're not going to sing it better than Whitney Houston does. Let's just Let's just call a spade a spade. Unless you sing it and you're a guy and you sing like I reviewed before, Lord Oo's Request, right? But she did an amazing job at making it her own. Her runs were impeccable. Every single one of them was perfect pitch. I mean, I couldn't pick apart a single note within any of her melodic lines that she was doing while riffing that was off in any way. So that was really impressive, okay? And I know that Jessie does a lot of runs on the spot. I do too. And it's sort of like Hail Marys. You're not really sure what's gonna come out. You just trust that it's gonna be good. And she's really good at doing that. Very poised and very well placed. A lot of her notes were amazing. I wasn't a fan of a couple spots where she breathed, right? And that's really because she didn't need to. If it was a younger singer or someone who didn't have the breath capacity that I know Jessie J has, I probably wouldn't have said anything. But she can totally do those notes without taking a breath. So I'm not really sure what that all was all about. But all in all, it was an awesome performance, and clearly the audience loved it. So thank you so much for requesting that. I loved it. I'm going to be doing more of these. If you guys have any comments or questions, feel free to write in the boxes below in the comments section. Also, in the description box, be sure to follow us on Instagram. We do really cool, quick vocal hacks to give you tips and tricks on how to be a better singer. Follow us on Facebook. We do awesome posts there as well. And if you're looking for lessons yourself, or if you wanted a course to join, I'm actually rolling out an 8-week course that you're gonna be able to sign up in on the description box below. And you can also opt in for weekly vocal lessons or private lessons if you like, with me or one of my trained coaches, by clicking in the description box below as well. But keep those requests coming, guys, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks so much.